Get Haunted, where you are the investigator. Get Haunted. Paranormal Investigations isn't a show. It's your experience. Join this premier paranormal event company for real investigations at some of the nation's most haunted locations. This isn't a tour. This is hands-on. You'll use real equipment, explore active sites, and dive into the unknown. No scripts, no actors, just you, the gear, and whatever's waiting in the dark. Perfect for both first-timers and seasoned ghost hunters. Each event is guided by experienced investigators. But the discoveries, they're yours to make. 2025 is already jam-packed with incredible locations across the nation. Space fills up fast, so make sure to book your tickets now. Dare to get haunted? Find your next investigation at gethaunted.com.
Yeah, you can't get rid of us on Wednesdays. It's Wednesday. It's still Wednesday, so it's midweek. It's mid-evening, and you're here with Rob and Sarah and a few other of the amazing Get Haunted crew and siblings. Sibling, I should say. Get Haunted crew sibling. Hey, Stacy. I'm like super glad that you decided to come on and explain your experiences at New Egypt this past weekend.
Yeah, look, I mean, everybody's been hitting me up with it. Steven, you can join us if you want. I see you on the side. Everybody's been asking because I did, shortly after it happened, I did do a little video that I uploaded. I didn't do it live. I just recorded it because I just needed to get it out of my system. And since then, everybody's been asking. I'll dive into it a little bit here in a few minutes or whenever we get started. But yeah, look at that. There's 14 people here.
I know. Well, before we get talking, I mean, it is Thanksgiving Eve. This is 25. Jesus. What just happened? Uh-oh. It is Thanksgiving Eve. This is a big bar night for people to get together in their hometowns sometimes and talk about memories. We should have done a Thanksgiving Eve virtual Thanksgiving Eve bar night and gotten together with friends and foes and recapped the past year. And
we will before the end of the year. We'll do something like that.
Happy birthday,
I wish I had a drink.
I know, right? Happy birthday, Kylie. She's going to be 15 tomorrow. Please send her some of the happiest of birthday wishes from Get Haunted and Paranormally Blonde. So I didn't think we would even get this many people on. I wasn't sure. It's hard to say. So maybe they're pre-gaming before they head to the bar.
Perhaps. Or everybody's busy cooking and getting ready. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm just thankful I'm not cooking.
No, not cooking. There he is.
Do you have your bee hat?
I do have a bee hat. I actually, and it's funny because before I came up, because I'm just, ponytail and whatever. But I was like, you know what? I had the hats in my hand. I'm like, I'm going to go get haunted tonight. And then I was like, look at that. Rob's wearing the bee and I'm sporting. Yeah. This is original.
That's the OG one. Yes. And this one it's tight. Hello, Gatlin Mullins, 9721. You're a new face to us. We'll keep an eye on you. So it's like squashing my head a little bit. It's a little tight, which is why I was like, maybe I accidentally grabbed your hat at an event because you have a little tiny head.
I'm almost positive I have my hat. I had it in my hand. Now you're making me question.
Yours has the 47 on the side, right?
This one does.
That's yours. Yeah, mine mine's all beat up. I don't know how yours looks so new.
Well, I treat mine with respect.
Yeah, I don't, apparently.
Yeah. We do have some friends with us tonight. I was not at New Egypt. I did not get to come to the last event of 2025. But that is an amazing location. Always, I feel like everybody always has these very personal experiences. And I don't know, like this location just seems to really lean into those for people.
Yeah. I forget how many times we did it this year, 3 or 4, I think, right? And this was literally the last event of the year. A little, we had 2 people that couldn't make it at the end. Jenny and Bonnie couldn't show up. Which reminds me, I got to send them something. But so it brought the group down even smaller, right? So I think at the end there were, hey Bianca, I think there were 7 people total there. So I don't know. And there we were, just hanging out, doing what we do at events. So it was pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then it ended with a pretty big. No, don't log out. I'm not, because I'm Bianca. I'm not gonna share anything that. Oh, okay. Don't. It's okay.
She'll be back. She'll be back.
Okay. But I wouldn't share any info that would influence anything. But I get it. She's
like, no,
about not knowing too much. Yeah, no history, none of that. I mean, and that place, when it comes to history, is such a mixed bag because it's been so many things over the years. I don't even know it. There's a book there, right, for people that want to look through and understand it. But yeah, so it was. I
don't think any facts, Bianca. This is going to just be an experience that Rob's talking about.
Yeah, that's it. I'm not going into anything other than this. The last for me. Oh, look at Steven.
Yeah.
The last for me, whatever minutes that was there. So, and then we'll bring everybody up. So I'll build up to that point.
Okay.
How's that sound?
So you want me to leave them down there right now?
Yeah, leave them down for now.
Okay. You guys hold tight.
Bring them up. Who cares?
Bring them up?
Okay.
Up. Yeah. So we're going to bring up Kaylee and Ryan, siblings in ghost hunting. We love that. Kaylee Crew, Ryan, her brother. Welcome to the stage. We also have, of course, the beautiful Sandra with us. You know her as Get Haunted Crew, and also social media crew, social media team. And then, of course, one of our favorite all-time, Stephen Kometz, Digging Deeper Paranormal, all right here with us to share in the experience. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
So, all right, take us through it, Rob.
All right. So, we started out the usual way. We had Freya and her family there. It was just cool, right? We had a nice chill night. We did some investigating. We started out down in the basement. And then we took a break. Then Rob remembered everything except his pack of cigarettes. So I was running low on smokes, and we were like, and I may be skipping some things that were in the middle. But I was like, guys, I'm gonna run and get smokes. I'll be back. You guys go up and investigate. And they did, and they can fill us in on there because apparently, happy Thanksgiving, Jenny. Thank you. Apparently there were some things that maybe happened while I was gone and downstairs that might be tied to this last piece of it.
Okay.
I get smokes, I come back. And I didn't want to go up. I think you guys were doing Estes method up there. I could be right. I could be wrong. Oh yeah, we did that live in the middle of all this.
Yeah.
I am leaving shit out. But
Yeah,
anyway,
you are. You're leaving a whole section out.
when I came back, I decided to stay downstairs and just shut the lights off and hang out.
Mm-hmm.
And they had set up a music box aimed at the basement stairs. I'm like, okay. So we did that, right? I would say it was quiet. It was super quiet for me. I was just down there doing my thing, thinking. And I remember just before everybody came downstairs, I was going, like, you guys need to amp it up a little bit, do something fun for us tonight. And the music box chimed briefly. It was like ding, 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 ding. And I was like, oh, okay. And it is creepy, right? Especially when you're by yourself, even though I knew I had everybody upstairs. And I'm like, all right. I'm like, that's weird. Because it didn't do it the whole time. It was probably a good 20 minutes that I was sitting there. And I was like, do it again. Do it again. And it went ding, ding. And so it did. And I'm like, all right, that's kind of cool. So everybody came downstairs. Now, I don't know. Is this because I don't know really what happened upstairs? Is this where you guys think we should talk about what happened upstairs? Or should I just go straight
you're
into
talking right after the whole
we can talk
session.
about what happened upstairs. So like at this point we were doing a mixture of the Ovulus and your yes no and the piccolo. So we had kind of like that going, and we were doing short.
She's like quiet for everybody, right?
Yeah, I tried boosting her mic a little, and
we can't hear you, Miss Sandy. Hold on,
Sandy, you're all screwed up.
What?
You're not.
Oh, that was weird. Okay, there you are.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Try that again. Anywho, so when we were upstairs, we had the Ovulus going, we had the piccolo going, we had the yes no box, and Kaylee had her digital recorder going off, and we did a couple of sessions. We did ask, I asked for Spirit to come, mess with Rob just a teeny tiny bit, out of fun. And we did get a couple of really good EVPs out of the session.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were called liars.
Anything else, guys?
Yeah. All right.
Well, was there anything going off on the Epic box and the piccolo or anything like what was?
The piccolo was going off, and that
So
was
after each EVP session, the piccolo would actually go off. Like as soon as we were done and we listened to it, it would like do, and it did it twice, which was interesting. Didn't do it on the third time. We also were getting a couple different things on the Ovulus. Some things made sense, some things didn't. Typical stuff.
Now this is all happening when I
can't hear Steven.
Hello?
Yeah.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't.
This was all happening when we were doing the EVP sessions in the trophy room upstairs.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, this is all happening. I'm unaware of any of it, right? So they all come down. We took a little break, and I'm like, we should probably do one more downstairs, just based on the music box activity. And I don't know. I just felt like we needed to go back in that basement one more time. So we did, because the first session down there was okay. It wasn't too crazy, right? It was a little fun. So we go down, we all sit, we just go lights out, we're in the dark. And I remember a point, hey, Adam, I was sitting, I had my left leg up on, the way Rob sits, like I don't know what that's called. I had my legs crossed.
Indian style?
Like a girl, like a dude.
He just had one leg
crossed.
He had one leg crossed over the other.
So I had my leg up, and my right foot was on the ground, and Steven was sitting right next to me on my left, or what I thought he was closer.
Yeah, on your left.
He was on my left, and I kept feeling him like put his foot on my foot, and I love the guy. But I was like, all right. So the first time, and then he would like tap his foot, and it was, these sneakers, right? They're soft, and I'm like, why he doesn't know he's doing that and wouldn't be all weird about it. So he would tap a few times, and then he stopped, and I'm like, all right, that's cool. Thank you for not doing that any longer. And then it started again.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what just happened? I was like, all right. And so I was like, hey man, like, what did I ask you? I was like, where's your foot?
Yeah. You asked me where I was, because somebody was touching your foot, and I.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Light on and showed you where my foot was in relation to yours, and my feet had not even moved.
Now, yeah, and it hadn't. Now, up until this point, people were starting to see, and if you haven't been with me, then I do some weird shit on investigations, and we were all starting to see things shadow play down there. Like it was getting a little funky. And just so you know, where I was sitting, I was in direct line with a window that was pretty well lit, right? So I should have been kind of lit up, but I was sitting with my back to the room that we normally get all the creepy shit in, right? But we stayed out in the main room this time, and I was mentally like, hey man, like, come on, let's go, let's amp it up. But I know, Sandy, you saw some things. Ryan,
we were all seeing things around you.
Yeah. At one point, I saw a creepy face around you. At one point I couldn't see you at all. Like you were just non-existent. You were just dark.
They were coming to get me, right?
That whole corner was blacked out.
So they were just here. They were there, right? And Rob doesn't always talk about the things I see. So, but they were also seeing like a little head popping up by the stairs. There was some weird shit starting to go on. The whole vibe of the room changed. All the energy changed in that room. And I'm like, it's time. Like now we're going to do an EVP, because our first EVP sessions were pretty much flat. There was almost nothing, right? And I know, like, how greedy are we that we get a lot of EVPs, but I wanted one good one. So I busted out the recorder, and I was sitting holding it with my left hand just like this, and I forgot the questions. I sent it, I was like, hey, where'd you come from? I was like, I need you all to talk really loud into this thing. I'm not going to share the EVP tonight. I'm not, because there's some weird shit on there, and I sent it off to somebody that's really good at deciphering them, and he wasn't there. So I want to see what he comes with, because we were all there. We might have some predetermined thoughts about what this. I want it third party, right? So I'm just waiting on that. Otherwise I would share it, but there's shit there. So I'm holding this recorder in my left hand, and I'm asking the questions. So I said, hey, I need you to come in. I need you to do that. Hey, friends, if you're here, I need you to come in and scream into this thing. And then I asked where they came from. And then we had a guest talk. So I asked that question again. And no, I'm the queen of EVPs. I actually have an EVP King sticker. I'll send it to you. And when I asked that question for the second time, and I haven't been, they all talk about how I have jump scares, but this rattled me to, I was done. I couldn't investigate afterwards. I asked that question, and from my right, this arm and a whole ass hand whole ass arm comes in fast around me, and the head was, I mean, it was inches from my face. There was a whole, this whatever was came from behind me, reached around, and they were trying to grab my recorder. Now, that's when I lost my shit, right? And my I don't know. I'm still not sure if I just because I freaked or if I was trying to pull this thing away from it, but my $2,000 recorder went flying. And in Steven's video, it's the worst sound you'll ever hear. It was my recorder hitting the floor.
We were breaking apart.
And it just came apart. Batteries, covers. And I was like, all the lights came on. Everybody was freaked the fuck out. Right. And the lights came on. I just saw it laying there. And I was like, oh my God. I was heartbroken. I really was. I'm like, no, I need
Rob broke his number one rule.
Yeah.
So we scooped it up, managed to get the batteries back in on initial power up. It said, sorry, with an exclamation point. I was like, oh God, yeah, it's what we thought. And then it magically booted back up and everything was there. Jason, this thing came around me. It reached around me and tried to grab. It reached for it. It's a DR60, 406. So it's been a long time since something was like in my face. I talked about that, Brittany. I'm gonna build a little, because this thing, I am telling you what this was. 2000 recorder still does not make a audio. I guess that would be one opinion. I have amazing audio from my recorders. Scared the shit out of me. Like, not because of what it looked like.
Yeah.
It was so in my face and it was so there and it was so real. There was afterwards too, because we had Freya and her family were opposite me, and that guy, I can't remember his name to save my life. What's his name?
Steven.
Yeah, he's just like the calmest guy in the world. He's like, yeah, man, there was like these purple lights starting to flash over you, and I was like, yeah, why didn't you say that when it was happening? Because I've had that elsewhere.
A few of us called those out.
Yeah.
I saw lights, and I believe Sandy did too, right, Sandy? Yeah, above, behind you.
I saw green lights along that whole back wall.
I don't know what the hell was happening.
But even before we went down to the basement, when you left to go get cigarettes, and we were all literally standing at the basement door playing.
That door opened twice.
But when we were playing with the music box, even then, and I believe Ryan, you can agree with me, we saw lights dancing on the floor.
Oh yeah.
As the music box was going off. Every time we asked, like, oh hey, are you this? Can you make this go off? Can you do this? So something intelligent was there.
Yeah, man. I don't know what was happening. I do know, there's a photo from down there of a very well-defined shadow figure. Hold on. This was different. I don't know. I just know afterwards, like I know Sandy was struggling at the end there.
Yeah.
It just seemed like it was time. It was just time to stop, and we did. And not because it was like negative or evil. This thing, whatever that was. I don't want to say too much about what I hear in the first part of the EVP. I want this to come back from Chris. So sorry, Bianca. Yeah, you can't watch my reveals if you.
Well, but we told her. Well, we're not telling you history.
There's no history. Well, maybe that was too much, that photo, but this thing was so well defined, and its hand had a big ass hand, like a long hand, and the arm was there, but its head, and it was like this. It was sideways as it was reaching. It was so insane. Highly paranormal. I mean, look, the truth about the TR60 is, yes, it's old, and no, I wouldn't say it's broken. A lot of people don't use it properly. They put the wheel into a position where it's just bouncing between Vox mode and unvox mode. And that consensus comes from people that spend that kind of money and get one and don't get EVPs. But it also comes from people putting out shitty EVPs because they don't have it set right. And then it's that in many cases, it is the device coming in and out of Vox mode. And if that's what people are listening to, I can understand the opinion, but it's when you get down to the nitty gritty, there's words and sentences that, it's not static. People talk about it echoing back. These are full on sentences, and we've received arguments and the whole nine on there. For me, it was Jason. It's been a purple. We'll talk about that on a whole different ass show. What's Jenny's question? Audio and my work. What can you people like me in audio work that can say we are lower?
What does that exactly mean, Jay? I think I was trying to read her question before we put it up there to kind of, what can you give people like me in audio work that you can say we are lower? I'm not sure I quite understand that. I think she's just looking maybe for some tips.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what she means. Like I wasn't knocking anything earlier. I just don't understand what that question is, Jenny. If you can you elaborate. Shut up, Chesterman. Eric joined us for the first hour or so, and he hung out.
Silly boy.
First session down in the basement. But yeah, that night ended with a bang, and it was like,
well, I'm curious though. So you said, most of you saw lights, or all of you did see lights behind Rob, but was there any other thing that was going on? So while he's having this experience, right, he clearly was connecting with something. You guys were seeing that. Did you guys get anything other than the visual of lights? Was anybody feeling weird? Did anybody have those,
nauseous?
Right?
Nauseous.
Oh, nauseous.
Right after Rob was touched on his foot, Sandy said you were touched. Somebody touched you, right, Sandy?
Yep.
And then after that, right before Rob experienced what he experienced, Kaylee was sitting on my left-hand side.
You said you saw a hand do this between us. I wasn't even moving.
It was Kaylee's hand because at the time we were seeing movement over by the stairs. And I thought she was pointing over there, but after talking to her after everything happened, she wasn't moving at all. So I saw what appeared to me to be a hand on my left-hand side before Rob experienced what he did.
Same. Could it be the same shadow, or were you guys too far apart?
No, they were pretty close. They were pretty much like this.
It was wicked. It was ridiculous. I just don't. I haven't had something like that in years. It's been a few years since there was something that close, that for me, undeniable. And like, that was not a trick of the eyes. That was not somebody else's shadow. This thing came around me, and like I watched it reach for the recorder. Yeah, his well, mine stopped because it hit the ground.
Mine, what I put up on my page last night, that's where the audio file stops. There's nothing after that. So when your recorder hit the ground, Rob, my recorder just stopped. I don't know why. I didn't turn it off. Like I said, it still had battery life. And that's the last thing on that recorder.
Yeah.
I downloaded everything last night, and I wanted to see, I was hoping we'd have audio after that recorder hit the ground, but it stops when your recorder hits the ground.
Yeah, no, 406. I I didn't think you were being disrespectful at all. Not even close. So I know that the 60 is controversial. So, you know, I've seen it work. I've seen it on both sides.
Hey, James.
What's up, Jane?
You're Jay.
Then I don't understand your question, Jenny. Like,
I just don't understand the last part, right? Like,
go back and reread your question. What was it?
What can you give people like me in audio work that you can say?
I don't know. Is that a tip for me? I don't understand. So
you can say we are. I don't know that. I don't think you were saying anybody was low. I mean, if it's like if like she thought maybe you were saying and everybody has a piece of equipment that I think they connect with, and it's just a more natural, maybe like vibe, right? And I feel like for Rob, you've always had luck with the DR60. Some people love dowsing rods, and other people kind of call crap on those, right? Or maybe say, no, I can't get anything on them. So I don't. I think for you, you've taken a lot of heat for the DR60.
Oh, I do. People give me shit about it all the time.
Yeah. But I think for you, it is just the piece. And I do, that brings, I think that sometimes is the issue when it comes to when we're sharing our experiences with the paranormal, right? Like, everybody connects on a different form. We can't say it never works, and we can't say it always works. That's sort of been my mantra for equipment, because there are people who poo-poo apps all the time, but I've actually had, not all the time, but I have had a couple of experiences where something on an app, and it was the Ghost Radar, that thing is from early 2000s, that it's like, why did that connect in that particular, and it's not because of location and mapping and all that stuff. I mean, I had an experience, right? So I think when it comes to something like that, for some people, you have put, gosh, thousands of hours, would you say, behind the DR60? Probably, right?
Probably. I mean, I've been using it for 10 years, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe 8, 9. I'm not even sure anymore. 2000 and longer. 2009, I think I got my first one. I think.
And on this experience, though, what is to me more intriguing has nothing to do with the DR60. You had a visual experience that connected to Steven's recording, right? Also stopping. So that, to me, like, this isn't about the DR60. That just happened to be the equipment in your hand that you threw across the room, which you yell at all of us about.
I
do let our guests use that, and I always warn them, like, I like you right now, but if you drop my recorder, we're gonna be enemies. Yeah, I mean, listen, highly paranormal. I don't know if you've watched our lives before, but we love to get down into the weeds and talk about theory, and there are no answers, right? And we're probably never gonna see those answers ever. At least in this lifetime, and probably another 400. Maybe we're not supposed to know altogether. What we don't do is question other people's experiences, because we come from the belief, or we share the belief, Sarah and I, that, you know, these things, these experiences are very custom tailored to the person that experiences them. So,
well, you know what's even interesting though, Rob? Before you went to New Egypt, we talked, and we actually had that. We were talking about, like, you know, when we're questioning somebody's experience, right? We question the experience as if it is hardcore evidence, and evidence and experiences are two different things in my mind.
Right?
So an experience is what somebody's sharing, that they felt, that they, you know, all the things that go, that obviously probably also has to do with just their perception and what comes in their lifetime and what leads them to that. And then there's evidence, right? But I think here you had this visual experience, which you can't prove that to anybody. These fine people right here also saw something, the lights. So you guys all at the same time are having a visual experience.
Yeah, it was
different, right? All different.
Mm-hmm.
I would say,
but there was that visual experience there.
Like it was for me the perfect way to end the season, right? 2025. And I was just, but I was literally done afterwards. Locking the place up sucked, because even though they were 5 feet away from me, I'm just like, man, I gotta go in there and lock that door. I just didn't like it. Not because I felt something bad was in there. It just like that creeped me out. And helped keep me awake, because 2-hour drive home, right, at 3 a.m. All I could do was think about that, and I was kept rewinding and the part I don't know, and it's going to bug me until I know, is why the recorder left my hand, right? Did I throw it? Because that is not like me. Did it slip out of my hands? Did it knock it out of, like, I don't know. I honest to God have no idea. But you all know, like, if there's one thing I'd fight for, it's that recorder. Like that thing is important to me. So yeah, to
give you an idea about how scared, how shook up Rob was. It seemed like it was almost a minute. It was probably a little less than that. But after the DR60 left his hand, I was the one that picked the pieces up off the floor, 2 batteries, the back cover, and the main body. Put them on the chair that Rob was sitting in at the time. And it seemed like it took him about a minute before he actually was worried about the DR60, because he was that shook up. We were asking him what happened, what's wrong, and he couldn't even talk. He was just standing there. The other thing too, right before this happened, we all heard a loud thud in that room behind Rob, and Rob did not hear it, but we all heard it.
Well, you're still here, Jenny, so you're more than welcome to exit the show. Appreciate all of your productive comments. I don't know, something got in her soup tonight.
I thought I was asking questions. I didn't know.
Proper spelling would help.
Okay.
Yeah. You should go do another TV show so we can learn from you.
It's Thanksgiving. I just thought we were talking about I just wanted to hear what you all experienced.
Because it's not about Jenny and
her. No, stop. I just thought we were here to, and I do want to hear, and I thought I was trying to get to all of that. I didn't realize that I had a time limit here, but
you didn't get the script?
Anyways, but what I am curious about as well, if I'm allowed to ask as a host to the guests, you guys mentioned this door. This door is in the basement that had opened.
Yes.
You said twice.
Yeah, the door to the basement. Yeah.
The door to the basement.
Yeah, it's up on the first floor.
Yeah.
Okay, and this was also where the music box had gone.
Correct. Yeah. So the music box and the door up on the first floor, and then it's stairs straight down to the basement.
Okay, so
with a very low ceiling.
Yeah.
I still have a lump.
You will hit your head.
Okay, so do we feel that door opening, like obviously you guys were in the basement before that moment. This wasn't your first time in the night to be in that basement.
No, the door opened, if I remember right, it opened before
happened right after we came up from the first rotation, because Rob went out for a smoke break.
Not even, it happened earlier than that too. We were all sitting and talking at first, and it just opened by itself.
You literally heard the handle
right after I got.
That's what caught us all. We heard the handle turn, and then it opened, and we're just like, wait, what?
Well, first time, Sandy, you saw it. You saw it open. We heard it. You saw it.
That is the second time I've seen a door open, 2 separate locations, but second time I've seen a door open, and you hear the click of the handle turning, and then all of a sudden it's open, and we're just like, wait, how? What?
So during your night, then, what if anything, that you guys experienced. I got to see part. I did come in live, and at that point, Kaylee was very much under, which I always enjoy watching Kaylee in a Estes method. She goes under. I love, kind of what she kind of goes into. So did you feel any of the other parts of your night where you were getting some hits? Did it relate to anything that you guys saw at the end of the night?
So when I was under Estes, towards the end of it, so when you guys right when you guys were pulling me out is when it was starting to get nasty.
Okay.
It wasn't nasty. It was different.
I remember
nasty though.
Oh, in your ear.
The tone was changing.
Yeah, and I do remember as you.
So that whole fuck off thing.
Yeah,
it was starting to get nasty.
You were visibly before we left the live. You were you could tell when I was asking some questions. Your body language started to change a little bit, and I was asking questions like this, so I was not screaming out questions for you to hear.
No, it was coming through the phone. It wasn't even coming out, and I didn't have it cranked up. So she was responding. It was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really was. Ryan, were you in that room as we were doing while Kaylee was doing Estes?
Yeah, I was next to Steven and Sandy in the room prior.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Very interesting. Sorry for being a little bit thrown off. Thought we were having a conversation, and yeah. Well, hi, Leah.
Hi, Leah. Yeah, I did too. I don't know what's going on in the world today, but clearly everybody's got some pent up energy to work through. Nice to meet you, Leah. And that was not a comment for you.
Leah's like, what the heck is going on? What's
happening? I know. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what led up to it. I don't know why. I just know we were all pretty focused, right? You too, Hailey. Nice meeting you. Thank you. I just know we were all kind of focused at the end there, right? Because one of the benefits of a smaller group like that is we all everybody worked together all night. Nobody really wanted to fragment off and do their own thing. So everybody was on a mission, and I do believe that intent and focusing and cohesiveness really makes a difference. We saw that, I think. Where were we? Mid-Orange. Where we put was it Mid-Orange? No, we put the newbies with it was White Hill. We had all the new folks in one group who really worked together, and then we had all the seasoned folks together, and everybody was just doing all different shit, and there was no real connection happening, and the experiences were vastly different from the newbies to the seasoned folks, which I thought was really, really cool to watch. Because I was like, because I remember at the end, somebody asked, with the EVPs, did you get a time period? No. That is one of but if these recordings are what I think they say, or at least part of it, it was intelligent, and it did know some things. I'm not going to say much more. I'm going to wait for it to come back from Chris. I'm going to wait.
Patience.
Yeah. So, and Ryan, you're sort of a newer ad. You've come to probably, I don't know, like the last 5 events. I feel like you've been all of a sudden Kaylee's Ryan is here with us. So you did. So you've been, I don't know, is it like 3 or 5 events so far?
He's been to 5.
I've been to 5 or 6 different locations, but I've been to 2 locations twice.
Okay. So now that that's consistent, right? And same with Steven, Sandy and Kaylee, our crew, and Steven, you've been coming to events with us for quite a bit, for quite a while. So Ryan, now that you've gone to several, is there something that really sort of draws you? Like, do you like the Estes? Do you like working with equipment, or do you like just vibing out in these locations? Like, what is your take on investigating like this?
My personal opinion, I more so like just sitting there and watching, listening, not focusing on equipment as much. And then sometimes like in groups doing like the double Estes method. We did that at Mid-O, and we had a crazy experience in the last one we went to. But
I love that.
I think those are the two.
Okay. You're a watcher just like me. Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, Ed.
Hey, Ed.
And Stephen, you've done, so you like White Hill, that's your jam. New Egypt you've been to. Like, what is it about those two locations for you, like, that you do keep coming back? Is it proximity, or is it just the experiences themselves that you get?
Proximity plays a part.
Yeah.
But there's something about White Hill. I haven't been able to put my finger on it yet. It's just, it's like I know the place. It's weird. The place knows me. I can't explain it. But this was my second time at New Egypt. I was there earlier in the year, back in, I believe it was March, for a private. And we were getting some of the same things we got the other night down in the basement when I was there back in March, especially when Eric saw a shadow just basically stand up behind Ryan in the same corner. We were getting a lot of shadow play in when I was there the first time.
Yeah.
But yeah, White Hill, there's something about White Hill. It's special.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think there's more to New Egypt than meets the eye too. There was a night where there was this old ass barn out there, right? And I think it was the last or the one prior to, I was out smoking, and I heard like lumber being tossed around inside of the barn, and I'm like, what the hell is happening? And there's nobody supposed to be there. So I called the proprietor, and I'm like, hey man, like, I think there's somebody in there. Like, should I call the cops? Like, I was worried. And they're like, there's no way. There's no way there should be. And but it is allegedly haunted from local stories. I just want to get in there one day, because if there was something going on in there, like, it was tossing around 2x4s. It was crazy. And that's where the dumpster is. And that's where I have to bring the garbage, which is why I started here. I was like, what the hell is going on? It was so strange.
Did any of you guys also feel like walking up to the building or being outside, or anybody drawn outside? Because I do like the land itself, and because that's not far from White Hill, correct?
20 minutes.
Yeah. So, I mean, that area itself, very historic, right? A lot of things going down there. So did anybody else feel drawn to the outside, or anybody want to look around and try to make any connections? Because whatever you could have seen in the basement might not have even been an inside thing, right? It could have come from outside, I guess.
Yeah.
I would say the barn, honestly. There's something about that barn. Even the last 2 times I've been there, once earlier in the season, once and this past one, there's something about that barn.
Yeah.
Well, there's a whole lot of atmosphere there, right? You're kind of out in the boonies. You are, but you aren't. The barn sort of sits back a bit, and it's a large and imposing. It kind of looks like the Amityville house. You're looking at it, you're like, and it's a creepy looking building, but it's not run down or dilapidated at all. It is it's very well kept up, but there's just something about it. Hey, Emily.
All right. Well, does anybody have anything else about that night that stood out to them that they'd like to share about New Egypt, or your experience, or were there any weird dreams or after effects that you guys experienced?
No. I just think that since the first rotation in the basement, it was like nonstop with seeing things behind Rob specifically.
Rob's a popular dude.
You know, he was calling out certain people. I'm not going to say who they were, but he was calling out for certain people, and that's when you saw it all behind him.
Yeah,
well,
people were seeing something behind Rob at the first time we went down there for the first EVP session.
Yeah, so I did. There's one name in particular that I won't share in case anybody here wants, you know, to investigate there, but it's not a well-documented name there, and it's very, 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 very unique. You would never, it's more of a nickname than anything. And I did get it on a recording one night, and I shared it with Mike. Mike went back to the historians and like, how the hell do you know that name? Like, that's weird. Because I did get it one night, and since I've always tried to reconnect with that particular name. And, I don't know, maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was. I have no idea. I just know what I saw. I know what I felt. I know that recorder went flying, and I know that that was it for me that night. I was just done. So we'll be back next year for sure. It's just one of those really cool locations where, you know, keep it small and intimate. It's just fun. It's a fun location to work.
Kaylee, Jason's asking, were you having any experiences while you were under Estes other than what you were hearing?
Not really. I know the other lady that was down there with me, she was saying that, you know, she felt her chair vibrate, she felt the floor vibrate. I didn't feel any of that. But I know that towards the end of the SD session, I started getting a little uncomfortable because it was starting to get nasty.
And that's, I think, when we came up there.
You actually see it on the live. You see me fidget.
You did. And that's right. The other person she was maybe under for a couple minutes, I feel. And then she was like, I'm out. Like, I can't. And she was like, wait, is the chair's vibrating? And then she was out. And then it was just Kaylee. Yeah, it seemed like I only got a brief moment there with you guys via the live. It seemed like it was a very interesting location, an interesting night. And we always say, and it feels like that location, especially, and I don't know if it's because it is a smaller, more intimate situation. That location seems to always have the right people. We've done that. You had that group of people that all came together that one night, and they had big experiences, and then they tried to recreate it again, right? They took the next New Egypt event, I feel like, and they all tried to come back together to see if that would recreate. And, it seemed like, we had somebody come in, not to really investigate, but hang out for a little bit, right? I popped in on a live, and that day particular was special to both of us. So we popped in, and you guys were all there together. So yeah, it's very interesting what pops up at New Egypt. So definitely a location worth, if you guys can get it private or you see an event there, get in there, experience it, look around, support it. It's a great location right there in New Egypt, New Jersey.
It's a lot of history, and it's a museum. So you got all these artifacts and stuff from the town of New Egypt itself, not even from the outside towns. It's just from New Egypt.
Yeah, the dolls, right? Like, I thought that was interesting. Rob said all the dolls come from people in the town. And I don't, that's really cool because so many locations people drop dolls off. There could be from anywhere, right? But not this location. These dolls.
My understanding. I don't quote me on any of that shit. Because when I don't always get everything right, obviously, except for, but I'm a narcissist, so.
Well,
all right. Bringing shit in us too, so.
Okay. Well,
she doesn't want to know too much.
Nobody wants to
help. Like, then we cannot help sharing experiences. Okay.
Yeah, apparently.
No, I'm talking to Brittany. Talking to Brittany this time.
I don't know. But with that, I know everybody's got to get ready for the big day tomorrow that are celebrating Thanksgiving with friends and family. I hope each and every one of you with us here on the panel. I hope you guys have an amazing day tomorrow. Eat too much, drink your water, enjoy the rest that you can get. And we're going to be planning 2026. So happy Thanksgiving to you, Sandy, Kaylee, Ryan. Ryan, welcome to the Get Haunted family. Stephen, always a pleasure to have you on. And I always look forward to Stephen's recaps.
There's a Mike Schaffer in the house.
Hey, Mike.
Notice that.
Look at, there's Mike.
Listen.
It's Schaefer, not Schaffer.
Schaffer.
Happy Thanksgiving, Emily. Please say happy Thanksgiving to Ryan as well.
Everybody love each other. Be kind. Go on shows and start shit for no reason.
I don't know. Anyways. With that, thank you guys so much. Go enjoy the rest of your night. Get ready, get some sleep, and we will catch you guys. Oh, who knows when? I don't know. We'll talk about it.
Later, dogs. Everybody stay after so we can
stay after
for 2 minutes.
Yeah, stay after.
Yeah.
See ya.